Imagine a city that spends not millions, not billions, but up to $50 billion just to be ready for one single event. Right now, Los Angeles is undergoing the biggest transformation in its history. Stadiums are being torn down and rebuilt. Entire districts are being reshaped for the Olympics. Roads are turning into smart highways capable of charging cars on the move. And the budget is growing faster than the skyscrapers downtown. And the deeper you look, the clearer it becomes. The official numbers are just a storefront. Behind the scenes, something much larger, more expensive, and more dangerous is happening in LA. Today, I'll show you where all this enormous money is actually going, which projects might turn the city upside down, and why the 2028 Olympics could become either a revolution or a huge mistake. This is the story of a megacity going all in, all for a show the entire world will watch. Let's begin. Los Angeles today is a massive construction site hidden beneath bright posters of the upcoming Olympics. A city we've always seen as sunny, relaxed, and living by its own rules, has suddenly found itself in a race against time, money, and reputation. And the changes happening now go far deeper than new stadiums or transit lines. Across LA from downtown to the coastline, an enormous operation to renew the city is underway. Downtown is being rewritten almost from scratch. Old facades demolished, buildings repainted, streets cleaned, as if preparing for world leaders to arrive. The city wants to look perfect, and for that, LA is getting a Hollywood-style makeover, only at such a scale that sometimes the reality underneath begins to crack. The LA Convention Center is turning into a monster of glass and steel. It's growing, expanding, swallowing new spaces. What used to be a regular exhibition building is being redesigned into a central Olympic hub. Huge, bright, completely rebuilt for a new era. Los Angeles is betting that this structure will remain as a legacy, a symbol that the city can think not in years, but in decades. But along with this comes the other side of the transformation. The city is being actively cleaned up. Tent encampments disappear. Problematic areas are quietly and quickly put in order. More patrols, more cameras, more security. Every meter must look safe, tidy, and tourist-friendly, even if the price for that is something authorities prefer not to say out loud. Hotels, restaurants, cafes, everything is being renovated, updated, expanded, as if preparing for a hurricane of millions of visitors. Small businesses install new windows, change signs, do repairs. Because the Olympics are a once-in-a-lifetime chance, and at the same time, a threat. Those who fail to adapt may simply disappear. Developers also got the green light. Projects that had been frozen for years suddenly came back to life. Towers rise above the city, cranes work around the clock, and LA is becoming taller and denser than ever. The city is trying to build the future before 2028 arrives. At the same time, Los Angeles is changing its aesthetic soul. New lighting, new art installations, expanded pedestrian zones. Parks are brought to perfect condition. Streets are made more convenient, more beautiful, more television-friendly. The city is polished, refreshed, boosted to a shine so every frame the world sees looks like a postcard. But all of this raises one main question. Is Los Angeles transforming for the future? Or for just 2 weeks of Olympic Games? Because the money is enormous, the pace is insane, decisions are made fast, and the consequences will be felt by everyone, residents, businesses, and the city itself. LA is placing a bet worth tens of billions. And no one knows whether, after the Olympics, it will become a city of the future, or a city that paid far too high a price for a perfect picture. Los Angeles is preparing one of the most unexpected moves in Olympic history. SoFi Stadium, home of the Rams and Chargers, will be turned into the largest Olympic swimming venue ever built. Imagine the football field, stands, luxury suites, and right in the center, a temporary swimming pool built specifically for the Games. Capacity, about 38,000 spectators, making it the biggest audience for an Olympic swimming event ever. But this is more than a sports show, it's a marketing and economic statement. According to organizers, converting SoFi this way will save significant money and might even pay off through ticket sales and rentals. Even more dramatically, the opening and closing ceremonies will be shared between SoFi Stadium and the legendary LA Memorial Coliseum, which means SoFi becomes not just a venue, but the epicenter of the game's brightest moments. But there's also risk. Building and installing a massive temporary pool, transporting and managing that much water, ensuring safety. All of this is a giant operation inside a venue not designed for such tasks. In the end, SoFi at LA 2028 isn't just a stadium. It's a grand experiment, a fusion of sport, spectacle, economics, and architecture. Airport lacks full-scale modernization. LAX is undergoing massive reconstruction. New automated people mover, an electric train connecting terminals, parking lots, and a new transit center. Terminal 5, rebuild. Closed and being completely redesigned. A modern look, more waiting areas, improved boarding systems, platform screen doors. Installed at APM stations to improve safety and reduce noise. Improved road infrastructure. New access routes. Redesigned traffic flow to reduce congestion. New Metro Hub Slash. The LAX Metro Transit Center is already open, connecting the airport to the K and C metro lines and bus routes, and soon to the APM. The risks. Los Angeles today lives with one main enemy: time. The clock is ticking. 2028 is approaching fast, and a project spread across an entire megacity is too large, too expensive, and too risky to simply finish last minute. The city is rebuilding in marathon mode, but it feels like everyone is sprinting. And this is where the dark side of the Olympic upgrade begins. LA took on dozens of projects at once. The convention center, transport, airport, infrastructure, housing, security. All of it must be ready by a fixed date that cannot change. The Olympics won't wait. The world won't wait. And the cameras will turn on the exact day already marked in the calendar. Every delay is a hit to the city's nerves. Every postponed deadline is a new crack in the system. And the cost of those delays grows faster than the construction itself. But the biggest risk isn't even money. The biggest risk is overestimating its own strength. Los Angeles promised the world an Olympics without new stadiums. But in reality, the city is still in a massive race of reconstructions, temporary structures, and infrastructure upgrades, breaking the old and building the new at the same time. The city is being updated faster than it can adapt. Work is happening overnight. Contractors drop out. Projects switch to new companies. And the deadlines keep getting closer. Then comes the financial risk. Officially, LA's Olympics are independent of the city budget. But if something goes wrong, overruns, delays, errors, the city may end up carrying part of the burden. And the number is enormous. Not billions, tens of billions. This could become either the beginning of a new era or a debt trap. Los Angeles is walking a tightrope stretched between ambition and reality. If it reaches the other side, the megacity will enter history. If it falls, the consequences will echo for years after the closing ceremony. And now the main question is this: will Los Angeles turn its promises into reality, or will time win? If you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Share your thoughts in the comments. City of the future, or a bet that's too big?